Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our continued playthrough of Yggdrasil Chronicles, where we are playing the gods Thor, Tyr, and Freya, who are helping to deal with the murder of the god Balder and defend the 9 realms against the villains like Loki and Hel and Fenrir. Had a little bit of a bugaboo with filming, so I'm going to have to catch you up because I missed some footage, or I'm missing some footage rather, that concluded the last chapter. We're going to go over that real quick. It wasn't that big of a deal. You guys know that I was approximately a token away from completing the last mission and getting all 9 of the promise tokens up before we moved on to the next step. We'll take a look at that in a minute, just going over the hero cards. But anyway, this is the way the board is currently, so why don't we get started right away and talk about the next scenario and what we're going to be doing. Thanks so much, and let's get started. Okay, so here we are. We're at part 2 of Balder's murder. We got all of the tokens out, we turned the page, and now what we have to do is destroy some artifacts. And so while on Asgard, we can discard one artifact card that you have. The discarded card is returned to the box for the rest of the game. And now why are we doing that? Well, because we have to sacrifice some of these artifacts for the solemn promises made to Balder. And it says place 1 promise token face down. We already did all that. We completed that and then flipped it over to here where we have Nidhogg going on this new chapter. Now, we only got a couple of turns to do this. Well, a couple of turns as Nidhogg comes out, and Nidhogg happens to be one of the villains that is already on the villain's wheel. So I don't know how much time we have to accomplish this. The good news is that 2 of our heroes have numerous artifacts already, and we can get a couple more on the way back up. Well, not numerous. I think we have 3 total, but that's going to be helpful, and that's good enough. So let's get started and go draw our hero cards for the turn. Okay, so we got our hero cards coming out. We're going to have Thor's, Tyr's, and Freya's card come out. I'm going to put them there. Now, deciding on who's going to go first, I want to get Thor up to Asgard as quickly as possible. So I think we'll start with Thor and see where that leads us. He's going, yeah, he's probably going to do that. Then we're going to probably have to go knock Surt back down to his realm. We might start by moving our guy Thor either around or up. I'm not sure which. Maybe around and then up. But then if the place turns, then we're kind of stuck. I want to get to the realm with the realm of the dwarves where we can get some more artifacts. Anyway, let's start with Thor first and see what comes up. So it's going to be Fenrir. Well, Fenrir's just recently gone, so his card's going to go there, and nothing more is going to happen. But Thor is down in the land of Hel, and you can see down there in the land of Hel, you see this bar right here. That represents Surt. He is now at strength 4. He's got several of his, or rather Hel is at strength 4. She's got several of these warriors that have gone down to Hel and strengthened her up. Now we're going to take, I'm debating, do I move Thor over to here or do I move him up here? Well, if I move him up here, the best I can do, Freya's there, but the best I can do is send some of these warriors up to Asgard. That might be a good thing, because then when we knock the Frost Giant out of Asgard, we'll be in a better place. I think that's a good move to do. Let's do that. Then we're going to move him up, even though there's these awesome runes that we can get here. We're going to move Thor up a level to here, which I believe is Vanheim, or Midgard, the realm of the humans, and see what we can get done there. Okay, while we're in Midgard, we can take the action is we can take 2 hero pawns from the reserve on Midgard, 3 heroes with the bonus, but we won't get that, and place them in Valhalla on Asgard. Now, Jormungand is there, which means normally if you just have 1 hero there, you're only going to be able to grab 1 of these guys. But because we have 2 heroes there in Freya and Thor, we will take 2 of them, and we will move them up to Asgard. So we got to clear this because these guys are useful in fights, and we haven't been able to fight. Now, I did choose to do that instead of trying to push Jormungand back again, because we have to get these artifacts dealt with. So that's going to be Thor's turn. I think next we might as well hit Tyr. He is by himself over there. Let's see what we can get done with Tyr. Okay, so Tyr's card is going to be Surt. That is not good. In fact, that's really bad. Surt is going to go again And that may have cost us the game right there. I'm going to have to see. I do know that if they make it to the top level, but we are going to at least have one of the lands become corrupted for the first time. So we'll take a look at that, but Cert is going to activate. Okay, here is Cert. It says, when Cert is activated, move Cert to the world directly above the world he stands on. If Cert is already at the top level, so okay, we're not going to lose quite yet. Then we're going to turn the world clockwise 1, and then we're going to move 2 fire giants from the reserve to Cert's strength in Muspelheim. So we'll do that, and let's start with Cert's movement. Cert is here in the Dwarven lands, and he is going to move up to here, and I believe, I can't remember the name of all the lands off the top of my head, but I will find that for you. That is going to be Vanaheim right there, yeah, because those are Vanir dice. With Loki, now here's the problem. Whenever there are 2 enemies at the top on the same location, something bad happens. And it says, if an enemy is already present in the world, when Cert moves to this world, becomes immediately devastated. What does that mean? Well, we're going to take, you see here we got 1, 2, 3, got these tokens in the cage right here. So this first token is going to come off and cover that area. That means that we can no longer use the abilities of Vanaheim, which means to collect the Vanir dice, unless we go there and sacrifice 2 health to remove that and put that back onto the cage of Fenrir. But that's not all he's going to do. Remember, he's going to move some of his fire giants to his strength bar. He gets stronger as we go. And he is getting pretty strong. We're going to have to try and beat him down, because look at that. He is rough. And if by the way, if there are not enough fire giants at the end of a turn ever, we lose the game. There's only 2 left, so we pressed hard to try and get the first part of the mission done. Now we're kind of hurting. I think we may have pressed a little too hard just to focus on the mission and not beat some of these things down. And then lastly, we do need to move this clockwise here, so it's like so. Just make sure the worlds line up there. There we go. That kind of helped us in a way, sort of. But anyway, we're going to get to take Tyr's turn now. So now we get to do that. Okay, now let's take Tyr's actual turn. So we're going to move him over to here, to the dwarves. Now, the cool thing is there are no enemies there. So he's going to get to pull 2 artifacts and pick one. We're just going to pull 2 of the first level ones. And we're going to look at these. We got the Anvarnant and Galahorn. We're going to put this one back, actually. And we're going to take this one because I'm going to destroy it. So we'll just take that one. Maybe we'll destroy it. We're going to destroy a couple of these artifacts. But that's going to be his turn. And the last thing that happens is these go back at the bottom of the deck. So this goes back to the bottom of Tyr's deck. Now remember, Tyr had shuffled because he had encountered Fenrir. So we don't know what his deck looks like at all anymore. And this goes back to Freya. So let's go put her cards back there at the bottom. There we go. And then last but not least, we have Freya's turn. So let's see what we get. Jormungand, well, he's not out at least. That's a good thing. So we're going to put him there, and then she's going to get to go. Now, she is where? Where was she? She was with Thor, so she's on the other side in Midgard. I know where she's going to head. She's right here. We're not going to do anything, but we're going to move up to here. We're not going to do anything where we're at. She doesn't have any artifacts, but she is going to take on this fellow here, this Jotun. They are strength 3, I believe. I'm going to take a look in the book just to be sure. They are strength... just got to look it up. There's a lot of, I'm going to tell you there is a lot of going back and forth in the book in this game because each space does something slightly different, and you want to make sure that you're on the right spot and everything. So I'm just taking a look. I'm pretty sure their strength, they're strength 2 actually, the Jotuns. So we're going to beat that guy back right there with Freya. She's got a lot she can do because she has some elves with her, and the elves give her a bonus. They allow her to use the +1, +2, or +3 on her dice. That just allows her to block, gives her a better chance of blocking something, but she also has some Vanir dice that might help as well. The problem right now is that Vanaheim has been devastated, so she can't go back and get more dice right now. However, that's okay. We're just going to try and get rid of this Jotun in the space there. She currently has the 2 Vanir dice and 1 big dice. She's taken a little bit of damage. I don't want her to take too much more, so I do think I had the wrong god. This ability has something to do with the warriors in Asgard, but not the elves. She is going to spend one of the elves, means we're going to put it back, which means she's got a she gets to use that symbol and the 1 symbol on here and on here, so we got a good chance of blocking. She's going to roll 2 dice to see if she can block both points of damage from the Jotun. She did not. She blocked neither of them. That's fantastic. So we took 2 more points of damage. However, the Jotun goes back all the way to Loki's ladder. And now we can use the ability there on Asgard again. That is the end of the turn, so I'm sorry for missing a bit of the last turn. It really wasn't that eventful. I just landed on completing the tokens and moving to the next scenario. And now we're moving around and getting some things done. I think we really got to, we're going to have to drop down into the land of the fire giants and defeat the Jotun that's there so we can remove some fire giants from Surt. He is too strong for us to deal with right now. He's got a strength of 7. He could kill one of the gods in 1 shot. Now, when we go down there as an action, if there's no villains there, we can remove 3 of the fire giants from him. I think we're going to have to do that. I'm just not sure how. It might be Thor that goes down there, kills the Jotun, and then next turn does that. But it's going to take a couple of turns. So we'll see in the next episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough of Yggdrasil Chronicles. It's going pretty well. I think so far, I think we're starting to get in a little bit of trouble. But we'll see. Again, I haven't played this before, and I definitely haven't played the scenario, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Take care.